Welcome
Let's
to Geekshow
go.
Helpdesk.
Are you sure this is? I'm confused because we did this music yesterday.
I know.
Are you sure
I
this
messed
isn't
up
arcade?
yesterday, but I got it right today, and that's what counts. What have you done for me lately?
Good job, Tony.
Geekshow Helpdesk, where we talk about tech, gadgets, and science-related things. Got some interesting science ones today. Space-related. Let's go ahead and introduce our panelists, though.
I brought plant stuff today.
Plant? Science? Plants? Plant science?
Uh-huh.
He's got science plants. He's Lando.
Hey, science plants are the best. It's a good one. I learned something new today. That was cool, and I want to share it with all of you.
All right. And we got Krampus Squatch over here. Oh, the opposite of my Santa Squatch. It's Jaren.
Hi, I'm Jaren. You can find me on Blue Sky at Jeronius or Weeping in a Corner on Helpdesk Arcade.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yep. Hey, it's Owen right there.
Hey.
Hello there.
Hey there. That's me. Hello. I don't have Ewan McGregor's accent.
Hello.
Oh, I love it
hello?
so much.
Hello there. How's
Hey,
that?
It was horrible, but I loved it.
Nailed
Okay.
it. Are you kidding
Okay.
me? Nailed it.
Hello there. There you go. Hello.
What's happening?
Hello, governor. Sorry, I
Hello there,
my
governor.
My ADHD keeps me trying to do it. It won't
Just-
let go of it. It's like
just gets
that
it.
wasn't right. Do it again. Let's do it in our head. No, let's do it out loud. Yeah.
You should do it out loud
Anyway.
again.
Okay. Hello there, our host Tony.
Hey, that's me. Check me out on Blue Sky at Quad T or on other Geek Show podcasts. All right. Do we have any emails today, Jaren?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay.
I said yeah.
How hard
Well,
can
it
this
was the
be?
way
Why
you
is this
said
so
it. It was the way you said it.
I don't understand.
I felt like you were setting me up to say, yeah, no.
I don't
after
understand the
pushed button.
comment, so I won't respond
Tony,
to it.
Tony's all nervous now. You got him last episode.
I'm paying attention.
All right. Subject line, Eric Group. Hey, Geek Show Help Desk. As the first Eric listed, I feel only right that I serve as the unofficial spokesperson for the Eric Group. We fully support the combining of our names. Just mix it up by alternating between merging them and keeping them separate. Oh, thanks, Eric.
I thought we read this already.
No, this is the other Eric.
Oh, this is the other Eric. Okay. All right.
Let's go.
Eric.
Yeah.
Eric.
That's awesome.
For the Help Desk email, I'd appreciate more talk about rock dogging and crypto talk. Oh, no.
Ooh,
no.
you
Oh,
got my
no.
attention. You've woken up. You got me. ADHD has been summoned. What do you want to know?
Nothing.
Okay, well, he didn't get specific, so my ADHD's now moved on.
He just gave you a vague topic. ADHD's out.
I'll give you more. I will give you so much more. See, that's the superpower of ADHD. When I learn a thing, I can't help but share it, and I will hold you hostage literally to do it. I have done it
love
in
that
the
about
past.
you. I love that.
I have done it in the past. I have people I still need to apologize to.
Ooh.
All right.
I mean, I can't say it's a real person, and I held him hostage for like 3 hours talking about cryptocurrency when we first got into it, and all he wanted to know
Was it
is
this
what-
entire podcast?
I feel like it
No.
was this podcast.
Oh, that's a good point too. I'm never going to apologize to you guys though.
I wasn't here at
But-
the time, so I'm
But,
good with it.
no, it was a fella who just wanted to know if it was better to mine or to buy crypto. And I was like, oh, yeah, come down to my office. I showed him my Bitcoin miner. It was their Ethereum at the time. And then basically held him hostage at my office talking for 3 hours.
I feel like you're doing it again.
No, I'm not. This has only been 2 minutes, Tony, so settle down.
It
felt like
feels
3
like 3 hours.
It does,
Feels
doesn't it? Now imagine that actually 3 hours, because it's literally, anyway.
It would
So
be
we're
two
still in the middle of
lifetimes.
this email for those
Sorry.
that remember me
This one
starting
you-
an email.
What did you want?
Oh,
What did you
hang on.
expect? He brought it. Oh,
There we go. Let's keep it rolling.
For the,
did you
I got to
expect?
reread this now. For the Help Desk email, I appreciate more talk about rock dogging and crypto talk.
oh,
Don't start him up again.
sorry.
I'll listen to anything as long as Tony's involved.
Ha!
I love Jaren almost as much as Excel. How much do you love Excel? That could,
Not at all.
yeah.
Jared,
Unless
Jared,
he's an
has anybody?
accountant, he doesn't
There's
care
a
for
lot
it.
of ambiguity in that sentence.
Jared, I have a question. I see a lot of mugs come up that say that are Excel-based mugs. They've got a joke about Excel. Do you have an Excel-based like mug?
No, but I gave one to my entire team this year for Christmas. It says "Freak in the Sheets."
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Wow.
Very good.
I have fallen down competitive Excel Instagram lately, and every time I find one, I pass it off to Jaren. I'm like, Jaren, this could be you. You could compete in the World
could.
Championship Excel.
It's an event now, for real.
It's an event. My favorite part is they like run through this tube like it's like WWE, and they're all a bunch of nerds like the walkout music.
Start
With
the
prize
I want
money
to see
up-
Jaren do it so bad.
With prize money up to dollars, who wouldn't want to compete?
with many dollars on the line.
It's not about the money, Tony. It's about the
Dozens of
pride
dollars.
and the trophy.
Do you need to start the email over again, or is that it?
I think we need to.
Oh,
No, I'll start off where I ended. Everyone can relate to Owen's stories, right?
yeah.
Maybe.
Who can?
And Lando has been a fantastic addition to the original cast. Thanks for bringing that delightfully strange energy. Oh, and I don't
You're
trust
welcome.
anything Eric number 1 says.
That's,
Love you all, Eric number 1.
We love you too, Eric number
all right.
one.
Thanks for writing in, Eric.
Yeah.
Any more emails there, Jaren? That's the
Yep.
next step. Okay, well, let's have it.
Dear Helpdesk, this is more venting and story than a question.
Oh, I read
We're
this
down.
one
We're all
already,
down.
Yeah. Yep.
I've been a diabetic since I was 9 and been on an insulin pump since I was 16. I'm 42 now. I'm sorry, I'm 41. It's not easy being
Is he-
old.
Even
At least
without
he's got-
diabetes, it's not
At least
easy
he's
to
got
be
all
alive.
I
that.
know.
Does he have all the answers to the universe questions now, though? 42?
Good one. I believe
42
one of the
is
panelists.
the answer. 42 is the answer. He doesn't have the question.
Oh,
I
That's the
believe one of the
problem.
panelists is or has a kid that is a diabetic.
that's me. That's me.
I've been using a Minimed Metropic since the beginning. I never had a major problem with them. Anything that happened, they would fix it or replace it right away. Whenever there was an update to the pump, they would send out a brand new pump, paid through insurance or warranty. About 2 years ago, they decided to do the update through an app like updating your phone. The problem was the app wasn't compatible with my phone. I had an Android Galaxy. It wasn't old and out or out of date. I had to call Minimed several times. They finally sent me a burner phone to use. But the thing was, I was running out of the old supplies to use and can't use the new stuff until I update. I had to use my friend's iPhone to update the pump in time. I was in his comic book shop as his phone ran the update. The next day, the burner phone arrived. I called Minimed and yelled at a manager about this whole fiasco. I said it was 2023 and every app like this should be able to be used on every phone. I was this close to going on to another company. Jump to a month ago, I received an email saying the new update is ready. A second email with instructions and a box with the new supplies arrived. I had to download an app. The app is not compatible with my phone. My phone is not old. It is up to date. It is an Android Galaxy. I called them and they are sending another burner phone. I yelled at the employee on the phone saying it was 2025 and these type of apps should be compatible with every type of phone. She said the Androids are too varied and it's too difficult to make the app available for every type of Android phone. I yelled, get better engineers, and hanged up. I swear I'm going to find a different company to use. Am I right in my stance of it's 2025 and the app should be available on every phone? Thanks for letting me vent, David Ziegler.
Sounds
have
like you
so
should have pulled the
much-
trigger on a new place 2023.
Yeah.
Like you were
Yeah,
thinking.
you're going to have the same problem 2 years from now, it sounds like.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I have so many thoughts. So I deal with this all the time. It's actually not compatibility with the app. It's the fact that they don't go in and so my son, we're using the Dexcom version. We're also using T-Slim, but so we have the Dexcom app and we wanted to upgrade him to the new, like it was like a couple years ago, we got the Pixel 8a, right? But it was brand new at the time. And the Dexcom app was like, nope, sorry, can't install on this device. It's not approved. Because what they do is until Dexcom or Mini Medtronic, until they approve that model of phone on the App Store, or even if they don't go in and just check the box, it says it's okay for that model, it won't work. And so you go to the App Store and you try and download it, and it says, nope, this app's not compatible with your phone. Sorry.
What if it's Android version?
That is it could be the excuse me, it could be the Android
the model of the phone or the version of Android.
version of Android. They based off
okay.
the version of Android. So
So we talking they're behind the times or ahead of the times?
I think Tony. I think it might be both. I think it might be the model and the version of Android because 8A didn't. I guess AA ran the new version of.
AA being a Pixel is going to run
Yeah.
the absolute newest whatever
Yeah.
Google has put out.
It had to be the OS then, not the phone itself. But
Yeah.
so there's a community out there specifically for Dexcom. They go in and they get the Play Store app and they strip that compatibility part off because Android is what Dexcom uses is so vanilla that it works on most any Android version. But because they haven't added that version of Android to the compatibility list in the Play Store, it won't let you download it.
I'm guessing what they're trying to avoid is a phone that they haven't tested yet that somehow bricks the device, and then they have all these brick devices coming in that they have to fix.
And
so in their mind, it's cheaper to just send out a burner phone than to hire more QA people to test Android devices.
It's such
there's
a
no
worse experience for the user.
And there's no, there's in no way can brick it can no way brick the phone, but because diabetes is such a life-threatening or sensitive thing, they don't want to take that risk and say, "Oh yeah, it works," and then somebody's like, "You said it worked," and then they dose wrong or whatever.
Device,
It bricks their body.
It wouldn't be a risk if they tested the devices, but there are so many Android devices out there with different OSs.
With those companies
to test all of that, like I know companies that are stopping software development after many years on Android and switching to just purely iOS, just because it costs so much to support.
Yeah, and to be honest, these companies, these pharmaceutical companies that make the Medtronic, that make Dexcom, billion-dollar companies.
They got loads of money.
They can be getting dev kits before just like any other app developer. Microsoft does not. The new Google software comes out, the Pixel software comes out, or Android, and Microsoft's not like, oh, all of our apps don't work, dang it. Like they've had it for months.
You're forgetting, Owen, it's not about how much money a company makes, it's how much money the investor thinks the company should be making.
Yeah, so Dexcom is trying to avoid like Shirkanev here says in the notes in the comments, you get bad readings and they don't want to take that risk because your diabetic readings, especially MIDI Medtronic, I did a bit of research on it after I read that email. There is an XDA forums where they are trying really hard to get past that compatibility issue. And because, like I said, a lot of times a community of people will come together and work on getting past the stuff that the company won't figure out on their own. But they don't want to. MIDI Medtronic will checks your blood sugars and it also doses for you, and so they don't want to say, oh, it's compatible, and then have it be incompatible, send the wrong numbers, and overdose you on insulin. And
yeah, but the fact of the matter is, they could get around this if they
if they tested the devices.
Yep. And they're getting, and they could get that test kit easily before it's released and have it ready.
Oh yeah.
So it's there's no money in it though. It's easier to send a burner phone.
Yep.
I hate it so much. I feel you. I read that email and was absolutely seen. I was like, I have dealt with this so much. So.
Yep. Thanks for writing in. Any more emails?
Mm-mm.
Okay. Oh my gosh. All right. Let's see. It is time for Carbonation Station. Today on Carbonation Station, I don't think I've done this one yet. I need to take better notes, but if I have done it again already, then I'm doing it again. This is Zoa. You've heard of Zoa. I have reviewed some Zoa flavors. This is Zoa Plus. Specifically, the flavor is pineapple passion fruit. And what this is Zoa. I don't know if everybody knows this. Energy drink nerds like myself know this. Zoa is partially owned by Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. And, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson basically lives in the gym, or at least he used to. He's slimmed down quite a bit, actually. He's lost a fair amount of mass in the last 6 months-ish. To the point where he would pee in a jug and put it in the corner so he didn't have to leave the gym to stop his workout. Anyway, unless that was a rumor. It might have been a rumor, but I think he confirmed that. Anyway, being that he is the gym guy, big time, he wanted Zoa to also make a pre-workout version of their energy drink, and that's what this is. Zoa Plus is a pre-workout version. You have 200 milligrams of caffeine instead of the regular 160 in the 12-ounce can. And then it's got a lot of the same things you would find in a pre-workout like C4 or Bucked Up or things like that. It's got L-citrulline, anhydrous, carnitine, antioxidants, things that you would find niacin in pre-workout. I got to say, though, the dosages they're using for that kind of stuff must be less than your average powdered workout that you get, because I didn't really get the itches or anything out of it.
The itches?
Yeah, if you take something that has a lot of beta-alanine and niacin, your skin starts to itch. That's how you know it's working.
Count me
Oh my
out.
gosh,
That does
dude.
not sound good.
It's
My
interesting.
doctor gave me a 500 milligram niacin because he's like, it helps with lipids.
Yeah.
And I took it one time.
You only took it once?
I only took it once, and literally, I sit there and I'm washing dishes after, and it took about 15 minutes.
Yeah.
It felt like I had a sunburn all over my body.
It's pretty wild stuff.
For 15 minutes. It felt like I was on fire.
That's a higher dose than what's in even a strong pre-workout. But like C4 has a lot of that stuff. Certain Bucked Ups have a lot of that stuff. NO Explode has a lot of that stuff. And so you take those before you work out, and about 20 minutes after you drink it, you're like,
it's
my
so
skin off.
bad.
I'm going to go lift weights,
It's
So,
bad. I told my
anyway.
doctor, I told my doctor, you didn't tell me about the niacin flush, because I went and looked
The
it up
niacin
because
flush,
I thought I was dying. And he's like, oh yeah, I forgot to mention that.
Just
I'm
the
like,
niacin flush, man.
oh, okay, cool.
Every gym bro knows about the niacin flush.
I am not a gym bro.
So anyway, as far as pre-workouts go, I think it was pretty weak, honestly. As far as energy drinks go, it was fine. 8.5, 200 milligrams caffeine, all the other stuff that most energy drinks have, and a little bit of the extra stuff that pre-workouts have. Flavor-wise, it's still Zoa. I don't think Zoas are particularly that good. They all have this kind of similar taste that's covered up by whatever the flavor is supposed to be. Same thing with this one. Pineapple passion fruit. The flavor it's fine. 6.5. Would I buy more of it? Probably not, unless it was on deep discount. Or if I was handed one, absolutely I'd drink it, because that's just the way I am.
Yeah.
But 6.5 on the flavor, 8.5 on the punch. So there you go. Zoa Plus. Pineapple passion fruit. Okay, on to the stories. This was a weird one, way out of left field. iRobot, the makers of Roomba, filing for Chapter 11 bankruptcy.
Yeah. You think they're doing so well?
They're the granddaddy of robot vacuums. They were the first to consumer market that I am aware of. Been around for 31 years.
Wow.
And apparently this year they decided, well,
Calling it quits.
they're not calling it quits. They're filing for Chapter 11.
So it was just to protect.
That means they're going to sell they're going to try to get approval to sell their assets to, funnily enough, the company that provides most of the parts for making their robots. And then after that, they're going to continue to, if it gets approved, continue to operate basically as normal, just with getting rid of their debt by filing bankruptcy. And hopefully the plan for them is going to be to release new products, etc., and get back in, was it solvency? Back in the red? Back in the black, I should say. But yeah, so that's where that is.
This line here. Investors of common stock. So if you invested, will experience a total loss and not receive recovery on their investment. So if you
Debt
were an
holders
investor,
first, and then stock last.
Yep.
ooh,
So-
that sucks.
That's the that's the deal they're trying to get approved right now. Basically, is let us deal with our debts. Sorry, Charlie, stockholders.
Yeah.
Oof. Hate that.
They expect it to close in February of next year if it's approved, and then we'll see what happens with the company after that.
Yeah, they said that
know,
it's
reason-
tariff related here.
Yeah, a lot of it's
mentioned-
tariff related, and they had been kind of on the purchase block by Amazon for
Right.
a while last year. The Amazon was purportedly going to offer them $1.7 billion, but that fell through once European regulators vetoed that.
Yeah.
And then Amazon just said, never mind, we're not even going to keep trying. So yeah, there you go.
Wait, so tariffs are bad.
Tariffs.
I don't
well,
know
they
if
are
you've
for
heard.
they are for Roomba.
I thought, what about my check? I'm gonna get a check in the mail, right? A couple $1,000.
I got mine.
I'm
Did you not get
pretty
yours?
sure that
Big
the
boy.
tariffs
Crap.
have totally covered our national debt by now, haven't
Yeah,
they?
but
I
it's
mean,
because
that was the
it's
plan,
because
right?
the other countries pay, Tony. That's how this works.
The other countries pay.
I see. All right, moving along. We have let's talk about another consumer good, which I'm quite excited for because we're going to get to see them at CES this year. Micro RGB TVs.
Yeah, this is interesting. I didn't know this was a thing. So I mainly brought this because I want to hear what Jaron thinks about it because Jaron is my go-to expert on when it comes to screens.
Also, mine.
For those of you who don't know, I was living in blissful ignorance the past little while. And I'm like, I know OLEDs are better, right? But I really learned how much better they are recently, and now I'm a big believer. And I want to
ruins
learn
you.
more about screens. So I wrote the story. LG is producing its first micro RGB TV at CES. So according to the article here, from Engadget, micro LED is something like is smaller than nano LEDs. Is that what
I
I'm-
think we've talked a little bit about these a couple months ago because Hisense and TCL showed theirs off.
Yeah.
Like
And
This is not the first one. Samsung
I
has
feel-
their version, but
Yeah.
it's
I
much,
feel
much
the-
larger.
I feel the use of the word micro here is a misnomer.
Yep.
Because micro LED, what it has been the last couple of years, and this really would be the holy grail of TVs, is really itty bitty LEDs that are small enough to completely fill a pixel grid, dense as like OLED or LCD or something like
Yeah.
that. And so you would get infinite blacks plus not
Super
infinite,
bright.
but super bright.
Yeah.
Unlike OLED, which you have the danger of overheating the organic material in there and having it, get worse over time.
So here's the paragraph that confused me. Micro RGB is a newer screen technology where rather than white lights, the backlight can be any hue thanks to individually controlled red, green, blue micro LEDs offering a wider color array. The approach is a midway point between the precision of OLED with its individual pixel lighting, but offers an upgrade over screens using only mini LEDs.
These
Yep.
should
That's
still,
the where I'm confused.
These should still
So-
be called mini LEDs. in my
I agree.
opinion.
Like mini LED TVs, they have many LEDs behind the panel, and it will selectively get bright or dim depending on what the picture is. Like if you have the picture of the Earth, it'll show really bright where the Earth is, and it'll be really dim where the stars are. The problem with mini LEDs is there isn't an LED for every single pixel, and so if you see a star in the picture, you'll see like a halo, like a brighter area around the star where it should just be black. If it's OLED, you would just see the bright star and blackness around it. With mini LED, you'd still see a little bit of brightness around.
And there's
Is that
no
what they
difference
call
between
bleed? Is
micro
that what they call
and
light bleed?
No, light bloom.
Bloom. Light
Bloom,
bloom.
yeah.
Okay.
And so what mini RGB is, I'm not calling it micro because LG's stupid. Mini RGB, instead of using a white LED, it's using a red, green, or blue LED. And as you know, red, green, or blue can make any color, so it can really match the color of what it's trying to brighten up behind the pixels. And so you would, in theory, I haven't seen one yet, but everyone says it's great. You wouldn't see as much bloom around the brightened areas of the screen.
Yeah.
So presumably you'd get bright brights, which OLEDs have trouble with, and you'd get really dark darks, which LCDs have trouble with.
I watch a lot of HGTV Test YouTube channel, and he's done some videos on mini RGB backlit televisions, and he's walked away pretty impressed every time he's seen it. So it'll be interesting. I'm excited to see it firsthand at CES this year and see kind of what the deal is compared
CES
to an OLED.
probably won't be the best venue though, because it'll be in a bright room, and so we won't be able to see
we
we wouldn't be able to see we wouldn't be able to see the bloom anyway in that type of venue.
But they'll probably have one like torn apart next to it so you can see the
I hope
different.
so.
Because they've had that in several of the demos they've had for the real tech tubers, the real tech YouTubers out there. But yeah, LG's, I think, third or fourth to the party on this technology. TCL and Hisense showed it off a couple months ago, and I think Samsung has also shown it off. Or maybe they're not Maybe they haven't yet.
They all have their own version.
Okay, yeah.
Samsung, LG, Hisense.
Yep. But the one thing that it will never match OLED on, though, unfortunately, is if you're gaming, it will never have the same pixel response time as an OLED does. So for movies and everything, it might match OLED or get really close and be brighter and be a really awesome experience. But if you're
will
gonna
it be cheaper?
No,
No.
not at first.
So then why
And-
not buy an OLED?
Yeah,
Exactly.
and
That's the
OLED,
thing.
they're not standing still with that technology either. Like tandem OLED, we saw at CES this last year. It makes OLED super bright, brightness that we couldn't have before.
Yeah.
And then LG has iterated on their sets by putting in bigger heat sinks so they can push the panel harder, stuff like that.
Yep. So it's always competing tech trying to get one up on each other,
Yarp.
which is what makes it great. Let's
now.
see. How about I just see the word apocalypse here under Owens, and I want to hear about it. I love
Here we-
apocalypse stuff.
So this is the opening moves for the Apocalypse. The first thing we do is we give them the ability to think. Second thing we do is to give them the ability to make hardware.
Don't give
And-
AI thumbs.
And here's what they did here. There's a company called it's called Quilter, and they are trying to get AI to build better PCB boards that'll run whatever faster. And they have created a project. It's called Project Speedrun, and
Oh no.
they assisted an AI. They trained it, and it's AI Quilter. Or it's not called Quilter. I can't remember what they're calling it. They just call it Quilter's AI, so they don't really have a name for it. But it built a dual PCB board that worked on first boot with 843 parts, and did it in. It was human assisted, it took, with human assistance, it took 38.5 hours. And you think, 38.5 hours. Well, that's in comparison to an engineer that's an expert at designing PCB boards to do all the traces and and everything, that takes approximately 430 hours of work.
That's quite the time savings.
And
Factor of 10.
yeah, and so you could
Maybe not.
Their whole thing is to make better PCB boards and this one ran and booted Debian first try, and
Ooh.
yeah, and so and they want to be able to train these to start to iterate now to make things, because just like
That's
AI
good.
solving, AI has been solving issues with cancer that we didn't know, and pharmaceuticals, because it can iterate, so it can fail so fast that it can iterate, and
Well, and it does it all in a virtual environment.
yeah, it
So
all
it
just
doesn't
runs in.
need materials
Yeah.
to put together and break and put together
Yep.
and break. It does it
And-
all in a simulated virtual environment, and spits
Imagine
out the
whiteboarding.
results that are the good
Right.
results.
Normally, you have to whiteboard something and
Yeah.
bring in front of other engineers and think about it and be like, oh, well, that wouldn't work because of this. It does all that brain power and thinking and iteration until finally, by the time it's ready to print and cut a board, it's already done all that, and it just needs some minor guidance afterwards. And then it's still every time you human assist it like they did here, it will then get even better because it won't need as much of that the next time as it learned from you. So I want to find the quote here. With Project Speedrun success, if it wasn't a fluke, the philosophy seems to have paid off. One engineer was obviously surprised at the first boot success, because his quote was, "Holy crap, it worked! Holy crap, it's Holy crap, it's working!"
Crap, it's
Holy cow.
working.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So-
Hopefully fear, because this is how the Matrix started.
I was going to
This
say, the holy grail, but also the most terrifying thing
Yeah.
that an AI could do is an AI that can build a more advanced version of itself
Yes.
without humans,
Right. And there's two components to that,
pushing
right?
it.
There's the brain power part of it, and there's the physical,
the hardware.
actual,
We're screwed.
in
It's
the
over.
presence,
Game
the
over.
presence in our world part of it,
Yep.
And so yeah, Quilter, let's go over there and tell them, let's give them something nice so that when the AI takes form, they remember us.
And this is exactly what, if you remember last year at CES we went to, that Jensen Huang said several times. He
Yeah.
said the AI we're investing in right now and using these GPUs to build is what we will use to build faster GPUs in the future.
Yeah.
We will
Yep.
use the AI on the GPU to build a faster GPU as we go. And it's just
Yeah.
like, whoa.
His whole thing. What didn't he say? GeForce supported AI, and now
Yeah,
AI is
AI
coming
gonna
back
support
to come back
GeForce.
for GeForce, and
Yep.
it wasn't the best outcome for the 50,000 series, but it's coming, right? Like AI is going to design better chips coming from the future.
Indeed it will. Scarily. All right.
I can't decide.
Speaking of AI, Amazon busted again. Amazon, you going to learn your lesson here, guys? So a couple of weeks
speaking of
ago,
that.
month ago, Amazon was busted for using AI-generated dubs in an anime that it had running. I can't remember if it was the first publisher of the anime. I want to say it was, or if it just bought an anime and then dubbed it for use on Amazon Video, right? Well, people realized, because it was terrible, that it was dubbed by AI-generated voices, and they pulled it down real quick. Oh, sorry guys. It was just an experiment. Well, they're using AI again, this time to recap seasons of television so that you can watch a little 3-minute recap and remember what happened in the previous season before the new season starts. And in this case, specifically, it's Fallout.
They've done it to Fallout.
Yep.
This is
They
worse
used
than what
an
this
AI.
is worse than what happened to the Wheel of Time. Almost worse.
They
than what
used an
happened.
AI-generated recap for Fallout, and people noticed because guess what? Incorrect information was put in the
Wrong.
in the AI recap of season 1 of Fallout, and
Can't it just watch the videos itself?
hallucinating, man. It
Yeah.
just hallucinates.
It's just predicting the next word, and so
Yep, it's not
still,
real AI.
Yeah.
This is what we've been talking about for a while now. It's not actual real AI. It's just a predictive
So no,
algorithm.
did you say that someone fed in a summary or
No,
did
it
AI
was
actually?
It was an AI summary that was supposed to have generated from the content of the season, of the first season, right? Apparently, though, this wasn't the only one they were doing it for. This is just the first one that people
Yeah.
noticed and said something. Because now you can't get video recaps for
on
Fallout,
any of their big stuff.
Bosch, Upload, The Rig, and Jack Ryan. All of those recaps have been pulled.
I wonder why.
Why?
They don't want any more egg on their face.
Yep.
Well, at least they fix things though, unlike Warner Brothers. Like, did you hear about the Mad Men fiasco?
Oh, yeah.
They supposedly remastered it.
That wasn't an AI thing, though. That was just they did
No, but
they
my
didn't
point
pay
is, at
attention to what
least
they were
Amazon
doing.
fixes things, unlike WB.
it. Yeah. You can see the cameramen in the background because
they use a shot without any CG at all. So,
Yeah, exactly. Without any CG. I mean, so the cameraman's there, but
and you see the throw up device.
oh, I think they're actually going to go back and fix that, or they're just like, we're more
I don't
worried
know.
about this acquisition.
David Zaslav, he doesn't care.
No, he doesn't give two craps. So anyway, there you go. Two times in a month, Amazon busted using AI for their content.
It says they also use AI to generate recaps for long-running book series too. Maybe you could have just done that with the Wheel of Time, Tony.
Boy, that
And
would
then
have saved me 200 hours or more.
You're here now, though. You're here.
I've made it through the wilderness.
You're here.
I'm on
How's
the
it feel?
first Brandon Sanderson book. I'm
Even
only
that
half
first,
an hour
that
in.
First
so
scene,
I
that
can't-
first scene
The
with
first
the
scene, I
where
I
the
don't
clouds
know
in the background,
know-
clouds in the background,
Yeah.
the guy's leaving. Yeah,
I might have some Stockholm. No, it's not Stockholm syndrome. Whatever the opposite of Stockholm syndrome is, like when you love the person that rescues you from being a hostage. That's because I'm just like, this is the best intro I've ever read or heard from a Wheel of Time book. It's fantastic.
It's amazing.
Anyway, all right, let's talk about you got some CIA news here, huh, Jaron?
Finally, Tony. Jeez. All right,
relax.
back in the 60s, the CIA lost a nuclear device.
Lost.
Yeah, this is coming out now. So China had detonated its first atomic bomb in October 1964, and the CIA wanted to intercept radio signals from Chinese missile tests by placing an unmanned listening station atop the Himalayas.
Okay.
And so it was nuclear powered, right? So that they didn't have to worry about powering it.
Oh, okay. So this wasn't a nuclear bomb, but it was a nuclear device.
Yeah, I said nuclear device.
You're right. I assumed a nuclear bomb.
Yeah, but I mean, it had nuclear materials in there.
Sure.
It was a portable generator containing plutonium isotopes, including Pu-239, the same material used in the Nagasaki bomb. It was left behind in October 1965 when a sudden blizzard forced the climbers to retreat from the camp just below the summit.
Oh, my gosh.
And the last surviving American climber, he said, "You can't leave plutonium by a glacier feeding into the Ganges?
Ganges River. Yeah.
Do you know how many people depend on the Ganges?" And so they returned in spring 1966, and it was gone.
I wonder who took it.
No, it was sheared off by an avalanche, and so they did search missions in 1967 and 1968, and still found nothing.
Really?
They postulate that the device remains buried in the glaciers that feed the tributaries of the Ganges River.
Oh,
still.
Well,
The
that's
Ganges
it's
is already
coming up.
so nasty.
That's okay. Coming up, the glaciers will all be gone. We'll be able to go get
That's
it.
true. We'll
Easy
find it
Isn't
at
the
peasy.
some
Ganges
point.
River like the dirtiest one in all the world?
It was for a long time. I don't know if it still is, but it might still be, yeah. But that's the Ganges River around the big cities in India, not necessarily the whole river. But yeah, it's nasty. All right. Anything else there, Jaron?
I have other stories.
Oh, that story's done. Okay, just making sure. No, we don't want any more of your stories.
Do I need to say an amen afterwards or something?
Just kidding. Let's talk about this automakers being afraid of China, which they should be, because China's putting out better electrical vehicles than we are for cheaper.
Yeah. The Alliance for Automotive Innovation, and they represent GM, Ford, Toyota, Volkswagen, Hyundai, Stellantis, which owns Dodge and Jeep, and other major automakers. They are telling Congress that, hey, Chinese cars are being, subsidized by the Chinese government, and they're going to outprice us, and we're going to be in real trouble if we let them come into the U.S.
I have such a hard time when it's the automakers themselves that are declaring this. It just, I don't know.
Well, whether or not you like the automakers, this is 100% true.
Oh,
You
for
Yeah.
sure.
You can go over to China and get a Xiaomi branded electric car for way cheaper than an electric car with comparable specs.
Have you seen
are
the
here.
Marquez
I haven't
video
watched it yet,
about
but I
that?
keep meaning to. Is
It
pretty
is
crazy?
insane.
Oh,
So
see.
he reviewed the Xiaomi. I can't remember what it's called, but it's a Xiaomi car. It's priced between $40,000 and $45,000.
Mm-hmm.
It has just as big as a battery as like any Tesla out there, but the trim, it is like so fancy. Like
Premium, huh?
it's uber premium. It has like all the tech you could ever dream of in a car at half the price of what American automakers would charge for those kind of features.
Yep.
And
Oh,
it's
here-
really good.
And here's another one that I keep hearing about is BYD, bid, I guess, or bide, or however you want to say it.
Yes.
The fly-in foot has ridden in a BYD EV in China. It's like a spaceship.
I've seen YouTube videos on these things, and they look freaking dope,
Yeah,
and they're
they're
inexpensive
Yeah.
too.
That's the thing.
Like they're very
Yeah.
affordable. Like you can get, if they were comparable to American dollars, I think I remember seeing one for like 11 grand.
Here's the
That
thing.
was like amazing. Like, and
If-
for someone like me, who commutes 10 miles a day, it'd be amazing.
I'll tell you, if the marketing were to change on electric cars in the U.S. to be less about protect the environment and more about look how cool the electric car is and how fast it is, and that was the things that they focused on, the tech on it, and then also said, oh, we got to beat China, the current administration would start throwing money at it. But
Yeah.
because it's a green initiative, they cut the freaking subsidies.
Yeah, it's crazy.
So annoying.
Oh, build your
That's
dream.
Oh.
That's
BYD.
Build your dream.
I was going to
I
say
would
something
kill for one of
intelligent.
those.
I forgot what it was.
Was it something about BYD or Xiaomi or spaceships?
Why would they call it BYD if it's Chinese?
Like even Xiaomi has Roman lettering, Latin lettering, whatever.
I
Whatever.
think the Romans spoke Latin, so yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
they do charge
Supposedly.
super quick, too.
Technically, you're right, which is the best kind of right.
That's what I always say. If technically I'm right, that's
Oh!
the best kind of right.
I remember what I was going to say. So Japan did this to America in the 80s and 90s. They flooded us with extremely cheap chips that caused all outsourcing of American-made wafers at the time. Like Tony, your dad, my dad, they used to work at Signetics, but they couldn't compete with.
Is that why they got laid off?
Yeah, they couldn't compete with subsidized Japanese chips, and the same thing's happening here with Chinese cars.
Do you think
Well,
the foreign cars, Honda and Toyota, at the same time?
I was
did
going
the
to say,
same thing to the gas engine industry.
even just go back to looking at Japanese cars in the 80s that were coming over. I don't know if they were subsidized, but they were putting out a product that was far superior to the domestic cars as far as gas mileage goes and power available with that gas mileage and things like that. But anyway, that's when those cars exploded in the U.S.
Speaking of electric vehicles, Ford has pulled the plug on F-150 Lightnings.
Yeah.
They're no longer making them.
That's too bad. Those were pretty cool.
They were pretty
Why?
cool, but they were super expensive.
Super spendy.
Yeah.
So
I
instead,
felt like you didn't get the range that you should have too, because when you compared the Ford Lightning to the Chevy Silverado EV, the Chevy Silverado EV was about the same price and had like 30% more range.
yeah. I mean, it would help American automakers if they could make actually good cars, right?
That's the thing. Yeah.
Wait,
There's a reason everyone
have they
you
tried
see
getting
so many
good?
Hyundais driving around, and Kias.
Have you tried
Hondas.
getting good there, bud?
Yeah, exactly.
So instead of making F-150 Lightnings, they are shifting to range extended EVs as well as like full-on hybrids. And the battery plant that they were making for this is they're going to start producing like energy storage, like for the grid.
LFP batteries.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's neat, I guess.
They had a partnership with, I can't remember the name of the company, but they were building 2 battery plants, and they're basically dissolving the partnership and saying, okay, you can have that battery plant and we'll have this battery plant. But I will say at least we're still getting hybrids, and I like the range extended option on a lot of these cars.
It's a wonderful
that are coming
stopgap
out.
until like solid state batteries are finally out.
Yep. Because if you can do 100 miles on one, like on a charge, that's great for around town. And if you need to go long range, you've got the generator. You just gas up and then go long range.
Especially if you've got to tow something. If you're in the truck, if you
sure.
like that was the problem, is that their range was fine if you're just going around town for the Lightning, but as soon as you hooked anything up and did truck things,
Yeah.
you lost all that range.
Yep.
Yeah, let's be honest though, most truck owners don't tow anything ever.
Not ones that don't own a farm,
I mean,
Or,
I'm talking about a lot of people do it to tow like an RV trailer, right?
Oh, that's true. You got your,
Like
you got
tons
your
of
trailers
that.
and whatnot.
So-
More of
No, I
that.
agree. A lot of people use it, but guaranteed there's a whole lot more that have never towed anything in their truck.
Just have it to have a truck.
Yeah.
They like the idea of a truck. Oh, let's see. Let's talk about. I wanted to hit on the space science. I got 2 stories about this, and then we'll do some lightning rounds. Next year, I think it's November of 2026. Voyager 1 will officially be 1 light day away from Earth.
Let that sink in.
Let that sink in for a minute. Yep.
Yeah, light day.
November
We're-
2026.
That's crazy.
So that means to communicate, which is mind-boggling in and of itself, that we're still able to communicate with this.
They got it
program.
to come back
It
on,
has
yeah.
so far exceeded any of the wildest dreams of the people that built this. That if you were to communicate with this, it takes the NASA guy goes in, the engineer sends a message, a text out to it, comes back the next day, and sits there and thinks, well, I hope it got the message. And then the next day,
Yeah.
he comes back and sees if the message was returned. 2-day round trip
Yeah.
via radio.
I mean, they built this with a nuclear reactor for the energy source, and I'm just like,
Right.
hey,
And-
we should do that with our nuclear material, right? Like, let's send out if they.
I think they
I
still
want to have
do.
that moment. They have that moment where they're like, Tony Stark built this in a cave with scraps. Like this was built in the 70s, right?
And we're
Right, like-
still using it.
70s is when they built this. The technology has got to have improved
Yeah.
so much that they could. Anyway, it's pretty crazy that it's outside of our helisphere now, and it's one light day. And sci-fi and in shows you hear, oh man, it's 4 light years away. You know, like
The only show that actually does that really well is The Expanse.
yeah,
Well, I should say book series that I've read. They don't do it too much in the TV show that, but in the book, in the series, you're reading it and they're talking about how, okay, I just sent a transmission to so and so. He's on the other side of Jupiter, so he'll get back to us in 6 hours.
yeah.
What blows my mind is this was launched in 1977,
Yeah.
which means the tech
crazy.
inside is even older than that.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Nuts.
So
It's nuts.
really
Like,
cool
they
stuff.
They didn't have Windows back then. What's it running on? Jeez.
Just straight like, command prompt stuff.
It's got a monkey in there
Assembly.
typing on a typewriter.
DOS.
Whatever the precursor to DOS was, Unix.
Yeah, the Unix.
All right, and then also in the NASA
DOS
news,
did not replace Unix. Come on.
No,
Unix
but-
is its own thing.
but
Always
it was
has been.
It was around before DOS, is what I'm saying.
Right, but you said precursor.
It's okay. So was that not something that DOS might have taken inspiration from and been built?
It just sounded like it was associated. That's all. That's all I'm saying.
Oh my gosh!
Take your things out.
Figure it out, Jaren.
Figure it out.
Just put some things together, or don't. New telescope. So we just barely got James Webb up and running within the last couple years, and they are already sending out a new one by let's see, what are they calling this one? The Nancy Grace Roman Space Telescope. Nancy Grace Roman was the first chief. Gosh dang it, I lost the spot.
Controls Jurassic Park. That's pretty good.
First chief of science at NASA or something like that. I forgot. Anyway, they are sending this out hopefully next year. It's passing all of its tests. It's been assembled and it's passing all of its tests. Now what makes this really cool is it's like if telescopes were yin yang, it's the yang to James Webb's yin. So James Webb Telescope is good at peering at a narrow perception really far back. This one's more of a shotgun approach, and it has a very, very wide point of view. It's let's see, where did it say? Man, I read this earlier today, and I swear I knew where everything was, and now I'm scrolling through it, and I can't find the things that I want to find.
Jaron, give him what the treatment you'd give me right now. Give
I
it
was
to him.
about to, but now I'm on the spot. I don't know what to do. I was going
All
to
right,
say
so-
something about how you're owning the story, Tony.
No.
Why didn't
Oh,
you read
okay.
it?
No, Jaron. No. That's not what you tell him. You hurt him.
So
I thought I just did.
No.
Did I hurt you instead?
It was
Yeah,
it's
when you're like, hey,
it's like
Aw,
30
man.
me, 70 Owen.
yeah. When you use somebody's name to hurt somebody else, you're owning this. Imagine the guy whose first name is Boner. Like that guy. And now
Yep.
he's got a whole term named after him.
So this is going to replace. This will be the
I'm
final
sorry.
final type of telescope to replace the Hubble, because the Hubble did a lot of stuff in the infrared wavelength, infrared light wavelength.
Yeah.
This one does as well, but the resolution of the Hubble was 1,024 pixels wide, right? 1,024 by 1,024.
1024 by 10. Wow.
And this
Tiny.
one is 4096 by 4096.
Yeah.
But there's 18 of those sensors on there.
Oh.
So we're talking about
4096
a
times
massive upgrade to the resolution of what they'll be able to
Infrared.
see.
And infrared's super important because a lot of the light, the visible light that we see in, stars twinkling or whatever, that's not what. There's a whole other range out there that we
Yeah.
get about the
can't
size and the
see it.
the heat temperature of a planet,
Yep.
like what kind
So-
of radiation it's emitting.
How many of these sensors are there?
18.
18.
Yeah.
So that is 270 times more resolution than the Hubble.
Than the Hubble.
Yeah, and if
It-
you remember when the Hubble came out, it blew everybody's minds.
Right.
And same with
Well,
the James
once
Webb.
they
James
fixed
Webb
the
was
lens.
Yes, that's true. After how long did it take before the lens
I
broke?
think-
Do you remember? It was
I
like
think it was-
a year or something. Anyway,
They knew immediately when they turned it on, the lens was messed up, and
They're
it
like,
took them
"Uh-oh."
another year plus, I think, to get a new lens out to it.
yeah.
I mean, it is in space. So, but yeah, this is basically the equivalent of a 300 megapixel camera that's sensitive to near infrared and infrared light. Very, very cool. This is basically going to allow us to see a lot more of the universe in general, rather than zooming in on very specific areas like what the James
I
Webb
hope it
Telescope
works
does.
like when you're within that yin yang idea.
Yeah.
It'll help James Webb find some very tight scope things
Yep.
to look at, right? So
Yeah.
this is kind of an identifier, like, hey, there's something interesting
Exactly.
over there, and they can point James Webb at it to get a real close look.
Is
Yep.
this a space telescope or an Earth telescope?
Space telescope. Yeah, yeah. It's going to go
cool.
up, and they're planning on it being up in orbit by fall of 2026 or winter of 2026.
Gosh, I hope
Oh,
the
so it's not going
unfold-
to take decades like James Webb.
That's the thing. And in this article, it explains that this one came in ahead of schedule and just barely over budget because of some stuff they ran into. But they basically said the quote to explain how it's going was pretty good. It says, it's been a long road, but filled with lots of successes and an ordinary amount of challenges.
just normal.
Just a
Man,
normal amount of challenges.
this project manager is being very modest.
Yeah. Yep. I don't know if you guys remember, but the James Webb Telescope was delayed by 10 years.
Crazy.
And so this one's coming in actually a little bit early.
Yeah, it
And
sets the bar pretty low, so not hard to beat James Webb at that
I
point.
know. The James Webb Telescope 2 had 300 single points of failure that could make the telescope useless as it
Yeah, that one does sound
unfolded.
harder.
And this one only has a handful of steps that it has to do once it gets up into space where it's going to.
I mean,
live.
the James Webb walked so that the Roman can run, right? Like lessons learned.
No, I wouldn't even say that because it's just a far less complex piece of machinery, the way that they built it to do what they want it to do. But for a perspective here, they're going to, if you compare it to what the piece of the Hubble that it's replacing, it will be able to do in 90, I think it said 90 days. There we go. In one of the Romans' currently planned sky surveys that they're gonna start, it will cover in 9 months the same amount of area that would take Hubble between 1 to 2,000 years.
Wow.
So, yeah,
See?
put that into perspective.
Nice.
But yeah, it's going to be really cool. It's going to be a great combination up there now with the James Webb Telescope and then this telescope.
Is it as big as? Does they say the size is as big as the James Webb?
It doesn't fold out to be as
Oh,
big as the
yeah.
James Webb, which is another reason why
It's less.
less complicated.
Yeah.
Right. So anyway, really cool stuff. Looking forward to seeing what that's able to show us in the galaxy. Lightning round, starting with Lando.
Yeah, here I should have had this ready to go. Gosh darn it! Sorry, my mind's been a little distracted for other reasons. I will share in the after show. But I want to talk about these. I was scrolling through some news today. Not that button. I want the share button. Where's the present?
Yeah, we're gonna
share
see
screen.
these. We're gonna have to blur these out, Tony.
No, it's fine. It's fine. Okay, it's ready. do the share button so those on YouTube can see it. I was scrolling through the news like I do, and this
are
picture pops
weird.
up. I'm like, what is that?
Those are
I'm like,
weird
I'm at work right now. You can't show me that. Turns out it's a parasitic plant. It looks like a mushroom. It is not a mushroom. It is a plant.
Looks like something else, in my opinion.
I know.
Some
With
kind
like I
of
said,
spikes coming out of it, out of the
tuberculosis.
shaft.
I was at work and I saw this. And I'm like, I can't look at this at work. This is not safe for work. But it's not. It's a plant. It's a parasitic plant. I learned something new that these things actually exist in the world. These ones are specific to the China and Japan region. They suck and parasite off of a specific type of tree. Is it a Pokemon? That's a good one. It is not a Pokemon, but it probably should be. It doesn't produce chlorophyll like a normal plant. It doesn't have roots like a normal plant. It literally latches on and leaches nutrients from the tree.
So
it's purely parasitic.
Why call it a plant then?
That's a great question.
I mean, I
don't
don't know
know.
why plants are plants.
The
but I would
science
think
article
roots and
from
chlorophyll
Science,
would be a big one.
I would
this
agree.
this plant lacks chlorophyll. It cannot
Balanophora.
photosynthesize. Planphora, I think that's right. Anyhow, it's one of those things like I saw today. I'm like, that's pretty cool. I learned something new today. I had no idea that like parasitic plants even existed in the world. It was one of those Gee Whiz science notes for you.
Balanophorus fungosa.
There's more pictures.
So it's a fungus.
I was gonna
No,
say
it's not a fungus, it's a
fungosa
plant.
Sounds like
It
a
says
fungus.
Balanophora fungosa.
It says right here,
fungosa. No, not a fungus.
a plant that looks like a fungus, but it's not a fungus.
Oh.
It's a plant.
Oh.
It produces the smallest seeds in the world.
Ooh, clones itself in the dark just like people.
Anyhow, there's no
cloning
news here. It's not a
process.
new
So
discovery. It was just new to me, and I thought I'd share it with all of you. Plus,
And
it's a great picture.
And it's phallic, and so you were drawn to it.
Yeah, pretty much. I can't argue with that. Logic, you got me, Owen. That's all. I'm done now.
Nancy Grace Roman was NASA's first chief of astronomy. So there we go. I found
How does that relate to our phallic plant?
it. It doesn't.
It's
It
from the
relates
last
to what we
story.
were talking about before. Owen, lightning round.
Hey, if you really need to get something done, we all know, everything got popularized with as a service, like networking as a service, software as a service.
Yeah.
How about violence as a service?
What?
Yeah.
Okay.
That sounds illegal.
Bass?
It is very illegal, Tony. So there's a cyber crimes team. So Europol has it's called the GRIM Task Force, and I tried to find out what GRIM, GRIMM, stood for, and I couldn't.
It's a TV show on NBC from like 10 years ago.
Okay, that's
That's
all.
about Grimm's fairy tales.
You know what? That's fine because it doesn't really say anywhere on Google what the GRIM stands for. I only gave it a cursory glance, but so they
What?
arrested.
You?
I know. I didn't have time. I was owning my story. So
Upheld.
supported by the victim. So they arrested 200 people that were running or participating in violence as a service scheme, where cybercrime groups, the ones that are like, hey, give us your Bitcoin or else. They would recruit these youth, and then they would use them for real online or for real in the real world attacks. And so you could sign up to be a beater, I guess. And I mean, capitalism's going to capitalize, right? But so these individuals were groomed or coerced, even worse, right? Like, oh, we're going to tell your parents, whatever. Like, there's so many ways to coerce young people into committing a range of violent crimes, acts of intimidation, and torture to murder.
Dang.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
So they broke up a ring. I mean, if history tells us anything, we know there's more, right? Like for every one you find, there's 10 you don't see. So anyway, yeah, violence for hire. Yeah, it's crazy.
I tried to find what GRIM stands for, and I found it in 3 seconds.
Okay, well that's
Just
longer
kidding.
than I looked.
I didn't.
Did it just
I
did it
can't
give you
find
the
it.
German?
I can't,
Did it give
I
you?
can't find it either.
I looked it up and it said it probably just refers to grim as in the German use of grim, which is like fierce or
Oh,
whatever.
maybe.
So
Well, that's what I was gonna say. It was started by Swedish police, and so maybe it's just some Swedish thing that we don't know about. You know,
We got a
some-
comment from Brett9778. Make it a TikTok trend, and kids will do anything.
that's the
Yeah.
truth right there. Yeah.
But I guess most of the criminals involved are there's a gang out there called the Com, which sounds like a Bond villain, and it's a loosely knit gang, and they primarily English speakers, and they're involved in several interconnected networks of hackers, sim swappers, stuff like that. Sim swapping is crazy, by the way. Like, have you ever heard anybody that's fallen for that, where you go into a store and then they swap your sim and get all your crypto? And because that's why I don't put any of my crypto wallets like on my phone, because I'm too terrified of that. Anyway,
yeah. Don't wanna
Crazy.
lose your crypto.
no,
Nobody here knows.
Yeah,
what
that would
that's
suck.
like.
Would it?
nope.
Gotta take care of that crypto stuff. Don't download weird drivers and things. Weird.
Look legitimate. All right, Jaron. Lightning round.
Finally, yeah, you guys were not lightning.
Neither were you.
I was. My story was the shortest one the whole night. I will have you know.
All I remember is something phallic. I like phallic things. That's all I remember.
and you
This
remembered it
tracks
though.
for Jaron. Yeah.
But you remembered it.
Did my mind change that? Am I the problem?
Yes.
Anyway,
Who knows?
Apple loses contempt appeal in Epic case that's
I
been
love
going on for years and years and years.
Womp
As a
womp.
refresher, the judge ruled that Apple had to allow third-party payment platforms. So, in compliance, Apple strapped on a 27% fee for external payments, which is 3% less than their 30% commission. So the Judge Gonzalez, Yvonne Gonzalez Rogers, did not like that, and she said, no, you can't charge a 27% fee. How about no fees? Well, the appeals court upheld everything except for a tiny little bit. The appeals court said you can charge a reasonable fee.
Did they define what reasonable is, though?
They did. They had recommendations. They said the panel has recommendations about an appropriate commission or fee limitation, including the Apple charge based on necessary costs for its coordination of external links or linked out purchases. So, like this would be the costs of app review, because that makes sense.
Yep.
Apple spending money to have employees review the apps, as well as hosting fees for the app in the App Store.
I would agree.
So,
Yeah.
reasonable fees, that makes sense. 27%, that didn't make sense. I think this is a win for app developers and Epic.
I wonder if this will set any sort of precedence that can be applied to like Steam, who still takes 30%, or Microsoft or Sony, who still take and Nintendo, who still take 30% of digital sales of games.
Well, the thing is, Steam doesn't have a device that is exclusive to Steam, unlike Apple.
That's true. That's true.
Because like on a Steam Deck, you can install any other store. People usually use Steam on Windows, where you can install any other store.
Yeah, that's fair. We will see. All right, that, I believe, brings us to the end of tonight's episode. Thank you so much for downloading and making it to the end. Before we go, though, Lando has some stuff to say.
Yeah,
about
Patreon.
the
It's a way
Patreons.
for you to give back to the show if you like what you hear, or you just want to get rid of those pesky ads. $1 gets rid of the ads. Both shows early. You get access to the super secret Discord, and you get access, most importantly, to Helpdesk. Last call. That's what we're calling it. I missed the in between. It was such a good name. Last call is pretty good too. I was just partial to the old one. That's all. $3 or more a month, you get access to ONGBT. I do have to say I'm seeing a distinct lack of ONGBT. So send your questions in for ONGBT, and for $6 a month, which is really the best tier you can do. Because not only do you get a shout out in the air, it's your way to have us say whatever you want. That can be advertising. We have one Patreon that uses it as a prime source of advertising. Hopefully you use that as a tax write-off. If you don't, you now should. Some people just get Jaron to say funny things, like butt futter, which is great. And it also has the added benefit of making Jaron download the Patreon list every single time we record, which he loves doing.
Did this time, and I'm actually happy oh no, never mind. Foe is still there.
While Jaron gets things together, quick announcement.
Oh yeah.
No show next week. We're taking Christmas week off people got things to do the day before Christmas Eve. So we will. There will be no shows next week, but we will be back the following week with both
2 shows.
Helpdesk and Arcade.
Let's
our
go.
Our year in review.
Yeah.
It'll be fun.
Crap. I'm bad at lists.
Start
I'm
thinking
bad
about
at
it,
lists.
Owen.
That
You got
sounds like
2 weeks.
planning. That sounds
You
like
got 2
planning.
weeks.
I can't handle it.
Yeah, just
So,
when your
Amar-
mind thinks about it, just be sure to write it down. That's all you got to do.
What?
Owen,
Just take an action and do an action. Yeah, it's Jared.
No,
I'll just
your
get right
mind
on
will
that.
eventually drift to it in the next 2 weeks, right?
It's not that. It's the action of writing it down.
I was gonna say it might drift to it, but then it'll drift right away.
This
He
is
goes,
future use problem, Owen.
Yeah,
Just
that's
outsource
right.
it.
Thanks, Lando.
Do you see like this
Stress gone.
You're taking advice from the guy who barely brings one story an episode.
I'm sorry.
Usually.
I'm sorry.
Who?
Lando
Usually,
already.
I said usually. You got 2
Lando.
this time.
Lando already reduced my stress. It's gone.
That's all that mattered.
Thanks, Lando.
All right,
John.
Jared, read the names.
All right. Thank you. And shout out to David Broshinsky. If someone is dickering you up and down and it doesn't feel good, they're doing it wrong.
Everybody
Yeah.
likes a good dicker.
Aaron Faulkner, Connor Keesaw, and Jingle Bell Tony. Thank you, guys. The internet, we are not interested in it. Bill Gates, co-founder of Microsoft, quoted in 1993. Faux King Owen. I will not pronounce it correctly. Jason Eatman. Rowan's writing checks Owen can't cash. Burninated peasant. Be the 8-year-old. It's worth it just for Owen's stories. Never trust someone who doesn't like Fallout. Oh,
That's
that
huge,
new episode dropped today.
New Fallout episode?
Yeah. Episode
did the
1.
season start today?
Yeah. Episode 1 came out today.
I can't. I need at least 2 episodes. I can't.
Me
I can't handle
too,
it.
at least.
I'm watching it for sure tomorrow.
We are, Owen, we're going to wait and binge it all at the same time.
I'm with you. Future me, who is very reliable, will do that.
I'm getting
Other
mixed
James?
signals here.
Huge erection.
Wow, just flat out.
Flat
throws it
out.
there.
We're
Who's the phallic
desensitizing-
liker now, huh?
We're desensitizing me. It's great. He'll get to the other ones eventually.
Soon he'll say Faux King correctly.
Geriga Aremas, Tony Dixell and Power Apps Nerd, Pyman Graphics, Purveyor, Fine Geeky Stickers, Keslo, Eric's, Steinman, and Cruz.
Oh,
There it
Eric
is.
Steinman said, I could say it.
there you go.
I feel bad. Eric Cruz. In between rating 667.
So you
Meh.
got 50% of the buy.
Sign off.
Sign off.
I made both of them happy. DP, Buckfutter. What does that mean? Oh, I think you know Trebek.
Oh, I think you
Life
know
has
Trebek.
no brakes in my dad's car. Wesley, Adam, Stuart Lloyd. Get off my lawn. And the end.
All right. Thank you so much, Patreon backers. You are awesome. I believe that wraps it up for today. Thank you for downloading. Thank you for listening to the end. We'll see you in 2 weeks. Until then, Lando, take us out.
It's a Unix system. I know this. Be an end user.